Bladesmiths, welcome to the forge. You'll be harvesting the steel that you need in this first round of competition from these.
We'll pull the cover off of these things and I have one word that comes to mind.
Good luck, Bladesmiths. Your 3 hour starts now.
I'm looking at this, trying to figure out what is usable on this thing. The only thing I could come up with is canister with the chain.
I definitely have to do a canister weld. I've only done one of them before. It's all a challenge, and I love challenges.
I'm stressed out about whether or not that canister Damascus is going to come out in one uniform billet or if it's going to come out with spider webs and cracks all in it. Okay, let's make some sparks. I'm cutting the side of it off. I am prying at it with a chisel and a hammer. Nothing's happening, nothing's working.
Nope. I know I have to make a knife that's going to chop through motorcycle handlebars, which is extremely tough. I need to make a thick, heavy blade that can take that abuse.
Remember, he's got the spring, so he's got a lot more voids in there than the chain's gonna do. We really need to fold it a few times to get all that out. When you have time, it's not an issue. When you're in a hurry, that's when it goes wrong.
I'm just like, oh, God, not canister. The canister is my only option I can see that's going to give me high-carbon steel.
So Ed has abandoned, it looks like, the rotor and has gone to the chain there.
I have no experience to speak of with canister. I did it once 17, 18 years ago. This was not the way I wanted to start out this challenge.
My mom has always told me I'm intense. I don't like it when things go wrong. So I just start prying at it as hard as I can go. And little by little, I get the four sides off. Okay. Start drawing it out, thinking everything's great. Next thing I know, there's cracks everywhere.
Finally got the canister off. That does not look good. I'm seeing voids.
Oh, no, the springs didn't weld.
The voids go all the way through, and I know I messed up.
Oh, boy. Going back to square one?
My heart sinks. I have to start all over again, and I have less than 2 hours.
Look at Ed.
Wow, there you go.
Wow, very nice.
Didn't like the spark test on it, but it's better than nothing.
I'm very grateful for Ed. It definitely saved me a lot of time.
Nope, not giving up.
Things seem to be going along pretty well. All I got to do is run down it with a cutting wheel, and I'm noticing these bits and pieces that I thought were square tubing stuck to the sides. They're that inner core coming apart.
I'm feeling pretty good about this knife, but I know I still got this critical thing I got to do, and that's quench it. Immediately file check it. This blade's hardened up. Not good as it's gonna get.
44 minutes left on the clock. Ed has abandoned his steel, grabbed that last chunk of brake rotor, and thrown it into the forge.
I got to keep working at it. I got to keep working at it.
He can make it.
He can make it. Of course he can. I'm just gonna keep plugging away, see what I can do.
I forge out the blade as much as I can with the time that I have left. I go to quench my knife.
Jordan just went into the quench.
Nope. It's not even close to being hard. I'm gonna risk doing the water quench. Quenching in water is a lot more risky. It cools the blade down a lot faster, and when you do that, it causes cracks.
Is Jordan in the water over there?
He's in the water.
He went for a water quench.
It's still dead soft.
It's as hard as it's gonna get. Let it be, let it be, let it be.
Jordan's back in the forge. 3 minutes. They have 3 minutes left on the clock.
It's ice cold, and he's got 3 minutes to warm it up.
They only have one quench blade.
If a smith doesn't turn in a quenched and hardened blade, they're going home.
It's a race to the finish.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, shut down your machines, drop your tools. This round is over. Bladesmiths, the judges will now go into deliberation. For that, I'm going to ask you to leave your blades here on the table and step off the forge floor.
I am very nervous right now.
All right, judges, let's get into the details. We'll start with Andy's blade right here.
Andy's got a good foundation. love to see him take some of the weight out of this, but still leave a really good spine.
Yeah, beautifully hard.
Let's move on to Jordan. Go ahead, Ben.
What really scares me about this blade is that last quench, because it was really cold, and it was hot enough to ruin the temper on his previous quench. This is going to be interesting to see.
One of our parameters is to hand in a hardened blade. This is not hard.
And let's go ahead and check the other ones now, because they're made out of the same brake rotor. This is Jonathan's. That's hard. Let's check Ed's down there on the end. That's also hard.
Yeah.
So that brake rotor is hardenable.
Yeah, it's hardenable.
All right, let's talk some more about Jonathan's blade.
I think that's a great shape. I think his handle's really got a nice downward curve to it. You know, it's got a good weight to it right now, and all it really needs is that refining. And he is a 32nd under.
Man, I'm the only one with the soft blade.
If I did not meet those requirements, then it doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't meet a requirement either.
He could move the plunge grind back here without it being weird and gain almost 1/8 of an inch and be over. This is a solvable issue.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our last bladesmith, and this is Ed.
From here, there's a lot of cleanup, but it's pretty much profiling. It's nice and lean. The weight is good.
The blade parameters required that these bladesmiths turn in quenched hardened blades that were between 9 and 11 inches in length. 2 of these blades didn't make those parameters. These things taken into consideration. Doug, have you made your final decision?
Yes, I have.
Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Ben?
Yes.
All right, let's go tell our smiths. Bladesmiths, the judges have completed their deliberation and they've made a final decision. The bladesmith leaving the forge is Jordan. Your blade did not make the cut. Ben Abbott's going to tell you why.
Well, Jordan, unfortunately, your last attempt at a quench failed to harden your blade.
We turned in a soft blade. Although you and Jonathan both missed the parameter, your flaws will be far more difficult to fix in round 2. So Jonathan lucks out this time, but unfortunately,
We can have them let you go.
Jordan, please surrender your blade.
I agree with the judge's decision 100%. I wasn't expecting the other blades to get hard like they did. At some point in the future, I sure do hope that my name would be listed among some of the best bladesmiths.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the forge. Okay, gentlemen, usually in the first round, what we have you do is make a signature blade in your signature style. But today, we're making it harder on you. You'll be forging David Baker's favorite fighting knife.
Scottish Dirk.
Good luck, bladesmiths. Your 3-hour starts now.
You know what I like about this? We have one of Dave's favorite blades here, and he'll give a commentary on it while not wearing pants.
So which part of that was your favorite part?
It's Dave. He can wear a kilt. I wanted to wear a kilt, but I got too fat for my kilt.
Welding! I've never made a blade out of a 3-inch ball bearing. I'm gonna wait on this until it's almost white on the outside. Then I plan on beating the crap out of that steel.
Bladesmiths, 30 minutes has already elapsed.
The Scottish Dirk, it's basically a Bowie knife made from Scotland. The judges want me to do this in 3 hours. It's gonna take every minute to finish that.
I like to make the tang first because it gives me something to grab a hold of.
I love that he's drawing out that tang to shape with Big Blue, virtually forging straight to shape.
I've never made a knife to somebody else's specifications. I've marked my knife where the false edge should be, but whether I read the ruler right or not is another story altogether.
Bladesmiths, 2 hours has elapsed. You have 60 minutes remaining to finish your work. Jonathan and Ben have that Dirk look, same with Phil. They all drop to the point.
Yes.
It really is concerning Doran's.
Doesn't look like a Dirk. It's time to get this heat treat done. I do not want to see Dave slam his head on the table on my account.
Jonathan, quench.
And I did not get the huge, beautiful volcanic fire. But that's okay, because I still got my eyebrows.
All right.
I got the file work done. I decide, hey, I'm ready for a quench.
Ben just quenched.
To the quench.
Excellent.
I'm feeling like I did this perfect, but it's not hard. What am I doing wrong?
Let it sit, man. It'll get harder. It is not yet cool enough to be hard.
No.
Am I gonna be the guy that doesn't get this hard and I'm out? This is supposed to get hard, and it's not getting hard.
No. You're fine. Don't do it. Ben's file testing really fast.
Yep. If you're bringing it out of the oil at 700, 800, 900 degrees and checking it with a file, it's not going to be hard. I think we're going to see Ben go for another quench here.
I just want him to leave it a little while longer.
You're not file check right now.
Let it sit. Let it cool.
Yep.
I've quenched it twice. It's not getting hard.
If he tries to get that blade hotter in order to get it hard, he's making the blade brittle, isn't he?
He runs the risk of bringing in more stress fractures.
Do you think that Ben is making a critical mistake right here?
I do.
Not sure what to do at this point. I'm going for the third quench. If this doesn't take the quench, it's over for me. I let it cool down.
Oh, that sounds good.
There you go.
Don't shake your head. Just go to grind it.
My file, it skates across it, and I'm like, thank goodness.
I always assume that I have one chance to heat treat a blade because reheating usually is not a good idea.
There you go. Perfect.
Wow. Beautiful temperature for a quench.
If it cracks, it's dead. That's it. We're done. I'm just hoping it doesn't warp. It appears to be straight. Yahoo.
I have minutes to get this thing done. I'm looking at the temperature, I'm looking at the color. I don't know this steel that well, but I have to quench now.
There you go. Dorian, into the fire for a quench.
The problem is, if it keeps reigniting, you know it's hot enough to ignite the oil. Put it back in the oil.
It's still red hot. Get it in the oil.
Not liking that.
And now he's checking
red
the
in the
hardness. The thing is still red.
I'm not happy. Time's running out. I have to requench. And if that doesn't work, I'm done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, shut down your machines. Drop your tools. Woo! Hell yeah! This round is over.
All right, Bladesmiths, the judges now have a decision to make about who moves on to the next round and who has to leave the forge. While they do that, I'm going to ask you to step off the forge floor. All right, judges, it's time to get into the details. We're going to start with Ben's blade.
For me, the big thing are the cracks. The multiple quenches that he did because he was file checking too early led to a lot of this problem.
So you didn't see that crack at all?
I saw a crack in the spine, but I didn't see it in the tang.
Not only just having cracks on the blade, but at very critical junctures, right on the spine, especially right here in the area where, you know, it meets the tang. I mean, that's a big structure thing when you're chopping. Those cracks are in areas that are just, we've seen, cause a lot of problems.
All right, let's move on to our next bladesmith, and that's Phil.
This is an example. This is what all of these should be. You know, he's got a little bit of a warp in the tang, but it's way back here. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's within grinding.
It is so clean in its lines. I don't see any issues at all with the steel. It's beautiful work.
All right, let's move on to Dorn's blade.
I'd like to see him take a lot of this weight out. I mean, it's just too obtuse to do some of our testing. And it's not what I would consider a classic Dirk shape.
It'll cut some apples like an axe would unless I go do something, that knife of mine.
He could actually grind that down and start to create a Dirk tip on this and lose some of that belly. You would have that classic shape.
This is Jonathan's blade.
More classic Dirk shape. Instead of a third and a third, he's got half and half. There are surface spiderweb cracks. They don't seem critical, and they probably will grind out.
Jonathan was awesome about his file work. It was very clever just to use the grinder.
The blade itself is straight. It's a nice looking piece.
The thing I don't like about it is the fact that he's got a bumped-in ricasso right here. It's a great foundation. It needs refining.
All right, gents. Doug, have you made your decision?
Yes, I have.
Dave?
Yeah.
Ben?
Yes.
Let's go tell our smiths. Bladesmiths, the judge's deliberation is complete and they've made a final decision. The bladesmith leaving the forge is Ben. Your blade didn't make the cut. Doug Marcotte is going to tell you why.
Ben, we really like the look and design of your dirk, but you developed cracks at critical junctures of your blade. You had cracks in your spine, you had cracks on your tang that went all the way through, and we just feel that you will not be able to fix that. And for this reason, we're sending you home.
Ben, please surrender your blade.
I'm absolutely devastated that I'm not moving on to the next round. Thank you. I came out here to prove that I was a great bladesmith. I worked hard. I did everything I felt like I needed to do, but I never messed with 5200, and it is a bitch.